They're completely happy with playing the B-side retake. They have the defuse kit, they have a smoke and flit, but they will need to find the kills first. 3 players coming in from Banana. There's the kills. Azur to take down the first and the second and the third Azur. What a way to begin the game with, as Jerry finally is there to shut him down. But this retake, it has been completely denied as the kit is dropped towards Banana. Gratisfaction will find the kill. And now Jerry, he's left in the 1 versus 4 with nothing to do. Gratisfaction, he's gonna take his head off clean. As the B execute comes through, there's the mollies, there's the smokes. Mazer trying to find something on the USP. Gets denied by Gratisfaction, and just like that, Extremum, they make quick work out of this eco, exactly how it was supposed to go. This molly could actually punish Jacob, it won indeed. And for Extremum, as we said, this is just a round where they need to try and keep as many players as possible. So far, no one is over-aggressing Gratisfaction. He has the angle for the ace. And is EXTREMUM gonna peek into it? He is. Gratisfaction taking the initial fight. And that's the AWP gone for the side of ForZe. Now Extremum, they could slow down. They still have 40 seconds on the clock, waiting for some aggression. And there's the full execute towards that A-bomb side. Lias takes one more initial kill as Jacob, he'll follow up onto Flit. And now Jerry, he is all alone towards that A-bomb side. What could he possibly do? Jerry taking down the first, goes for the second, Bented there to shut him down. And just like that, Mazer, not wanting to risk anything, not wanting to give Mazer an AK, an AWP, nothing to work with. As they will make it 5 to push EXTREMUM back. Oh, and the spam through the smoke. Sortie doing so much damage. But in the meantime, Jacob, he's gonna fire back in. He'll continue. He's just pushing towards the side. There's the flash. Jacob takes down the second. Sortie goes down. And now it becomes really hard. But in the meantime, look at Azur. Is he gonna check the boost though? Oh, he has no idea. Hearing the rotation though, Azur. He's gonna find the first, even the second. Mazer to shut him down, but now Extremum, no. Of course, they haven't necessarily had the best buy round that they could have wished for in terms of utility, but still. Same default being played, and so far it has worked absolutely perfect. As this is the counter from the side of ForZe, they'll go for the re-aggression. They will go for the late take towards Banana. Azur though, he is ready. Mazer with a double, but Gratisfaction is there to trade. And Extremum, they managed to deny it. Although ForZe, they get a double, which might make things a bit dicey as EXTREMUM, he's gonna aggress from long. Goes for the re-peek, falls back now. Man advantage in favor of the CTs, but Jacob, he's already made his way towards the side. EXTREMUM, he wasn't ready for that as Flit. Now the one man standing, they know where he is. There is no point in doing so. Extremum, they make the nade, and ladies and gents, so far, it has been just as one-sided as possible. Just killing players, making it competitive doesn't work for you. It does work in the first 4 or 5 rounds. All right, then it works. You're trying to keep the economy low, but the thing is that you're not being able to keep the economy low just because Extremum have so much cash build up, and still you continue losing rounds. Yes, this was only the half buy, but there is still some money invested. Pistols, grenades, and Extremum, they're shutting them down. Sortie though, still alive. To the back of the side, has the smoke to play around. Gratisfaction is gonna attack him and finish him off with the molly. And this will just cement the 9th round for Extremum, who so far have been just looking clinical. As of course, I'm trying to look at the last time that actually ForZe have played Inferno, and despite of them actually being comfortable with playing Inferno, well, in the last 2 best of 3s that they lost, in the way of Jesus, there's the re-aggression. Jacob though is gonna take down the first, goes for the second. EXTREMUM, good for 1, but only for that as Flit. He's gonna fire back with 2 actually, which will make this round doable for the side of ForZe, but the A side is completely open for business, and the bomb will go down once again. Mazer and Flit on the retake. At this point, we said it. They're not happy with just saving. They want to win rounds, but, well, they just get completely denied every time they try to go for it. Because Extremum, they're really good at reacting to the situation, just countering the plays from ForZe. Flit pushes Banana, gets a double, 2 versus 2. This man towards that A-bomb side, Mazer goes absolutely huge. This should be yet another round for the side of Extremum, but let's see. He has his position towards Graveyard, trying to win time, goes for the final. Mazer doing so much damage. Unfortunately for him though, only one kill, but this has made it doable for his team. Lias though in the meantime is gonna take down Cherry. XE Power to strike down Lias. Azur still in the round, goes down, and now Bented with everything to do. This is the best chance that ForZe have had to win a round, and indeed they will win it. ForZe finally, they win their first. And just like that, they cancel it, but the B execute will still coming through it. It could be a dangerous one. Zorti going out through the smoke, deploys smoke towards start. There's the first kill, there's the second from Cherry. And the complete shutdown as Lias now left in 1 versus 5, takes down the first. How more could he find at this scenario? If he takes down maybe one more player, that's gonna be perfect for him, but he shouldn't be allowed to do so as the rotations have come through. They're gonna push him with the ops. Lias doing some pretty decent damage, but XE Power, he's had enough. Just goes for the quick scope. Flit needs to be careful. That's a nice HE. It looked like it would have done more damage actually. Only 10 to Azur as XE Power gonna slow down this mid-take with the molly. Does fair amount of damage with it actually. And this might be just a disaster for EXTREMUM. Penta taking down one. Azur and Jacob though to follow up. And the entries for EXTREMUM, they're just so... You cancel the default, you go 2 rounds, you denied us. Now we're gonna go for the straight execute. We're not gonna even play the default. We're not giving you anything to work with. Not even a single chance to go. XE Power, he is aware that every single round EXTREMUM have been taking compartments control and he wants to deny it, but that's the way execute yet again. They're just gonna go and ham all 5 players. Flit with 1, but the refrag is on point. Jacob. Now Omazer and XE Power, still the AWP is in play, but Omazer, he needs to stand his ground. Gratisfaction, supposed to flare towards apartments. XE Power with a second, and that's the impact of the AWP. XE Power even getting the third. That's absolutely mental from him. Benton now left in the 1 versus 3, gets denied by Jerry. This is the impact. Has this AWP, which he's really mobile with, and this is maybe the worst part of playing Inferno against Gratisfaction when he's on the CT side as Jerry. He's gonna go for a double Gratisfaction on the refrag. Flit gets taken down by Grad, but Zordi is there to fire back. Now the 2 versus 3, yet again, man advantage for ForZe in the last round of the half. Zordi, he'll continue. They have the bomb, and this is gonna be 4 rounds for the side of ForZe. They're gonna be more than happy as Gratisfaction. He's gonna get fully flashed here. 4 players in front of him, doesn't find anything. That's the complete B-rush. Azur needs to go huge here. The in-game leader peeks into it, doesn't find anyone, falls back. And ForZe, they're gonna continue aggressing towards Ruins. They want the fights, they want to take down every single player from EXTREMUM, and so far it has been working perfectly as Jacob now left into the 1 versus 2 towards Ruins. Has the support now of his teammate Bented towards CT, but Bented getting the kill will change a lot. He has the CC. And it won't be the best weapon in this scenario, as I say that, he finds a second, but Jacob left into the clutch. And now Mazer, he's gonna deny him. ForZe make it 5. But by the looks of it, they're just gonna regroup and play towards that B execute, where 3 players have been posted from the side of EXTREMUM. And Jacob, he still has a smoke. They're gonna run through this one. And Cherry somehow finds the kill. Azur though to fire back. There's the push from middle. Flit ready to punish. And there's the rotation coming through. Oh, but still, there is a smoke and it's gonna get deployed. That's gonna slow them down even more. But, well, Flit, he doesn't care. He just goes towards long, takes the head off the shoulders of Azur. And now onto the 2 versus 4 we go. Lias, he needs to go huge with the Desert Eagle. Has a pretty decent angle to work with. Finds the first, finds the second. Lias with the third. And Cherry into the 1 versus 1. Jacob on the other side has an AK, but goes for the Deagle. And Cherry, he's gonna clutch it. But oh my god, wasn't that insane from Lias? They might let this one slip away as they're going back towards that B side. But Jacob is there, and Jacob, he's been absolutely phenomenal so far. The firepower on this man. And he's not actually alone. There's a second player right below him. Or when this setup from EXTREMUM might work out just perfectly. They're trying to go for the contact play. Bented takes down the first. Now it's Jacob's turn. Now Jacob, he's gonna strike But XZ Power and Flit, XZ Power somehow landing the flick. Now the 2 versus 2 and XZ Power continuing to pick them apart. And just like that, this round, it has turned around. But Lias, good for 1. Is he going to be ready for the upfront position of Flit though? 34 HP for Flit to work with him. Oh, Lias, he is not ready. And he goes down. ForZe, they make it 8. They reset the economy of the CTs once again to a half buy. And EXTREMUM, well, pretty much like the one of EXTREMUM in the first half. Azir, though, goes down. Zorti, so clinical on the entries. That's just a complete and utter shutdown. Bented, just like that, on minute 10, he's left in a 1 versus 5. As Bented now, they're gonna hunt him. There's no chance that they allow him to save this AWP. Goes the first player, goes for the kill. Now they know where he is, and he's gonna be in for a tough time towards Ruins. Gets down the second Bented. Is he gonna find the third? They're just gonna double peek him. 1 from behind, 1 in front of him, and there's no way for Bented to save it as with 15 seconds. But this push from Gratisfaction, this might be everything. If he doesn't see a player and he continues to commit, that will result into an additional rotation, and there's the rotation. EXTREMUM, they've read this one perfectly. They know exactly what's happening. With 35 seconds on the clock, Jacob has a molly to deploy. This is just perfect. EXTREMUM, there should be no way for them to lose this one. Now the molly will come through. There's the kill though from Jerian. Jacob, he missed the timing commit, gets down the first. Pseudo man advantage for the CTs. And Jacob, he's gonna strike. There's Azir. And with the double spray down, it is messy, but in the end, it works. EXTREMUM, finally they break the streak. Power looking for an opening, missing the initial shot. There's the peek from Pet. Lias, he's gonna have a free kill. Trying to finally take down Azir. This HE will finish off the job. Or, oh, it won't actually. Doesn't manage to throw it in the best way possible, but look at the backstab coming in from Jerry. This might be huge. Takes down the first. Is he gonna find a second, missing the initial shots? And it will cost him. Bented to take him down on Flint to the 1 versus 4. Finds himself the first, not quite the second though. As Azir, he's gonna be in for a 3k in this round. And EXTREMUM, or run through it, and it's gonna be really late. Azir on the initial rotation. EXTREMUM, they have read this one perfectly, and they have so much utility to work with. Two mollies on the CT side as the grenades will come in through. Now the mollies from the CTs need to come. Azir with the HE does so much damage, done only from grenades. As Jacob, he's gonna drop Sortie, and this is perfect. EXTREMUM, they have read this one perfectly. Azir on the rotation, takes down 1 XP power with the refractory smoke though, and Bented still needs to find at least 1. 15 seconds, Bented needs to buy as much time as possible. Gets even the kill, and XP power, he's just completely denied. 8 seconds, saving the AWP is the only option. EXTREMUM, that was a textbook round from them. Bomb towards Banana. Azir needs to go huge here. Does he realize that's a nice HE? But they need to find the kills. They need to try and deny it. Bented pushing into the AWP, and things have been starting to crumble for the side of EXTREMUM. Jacob, he's gonna take down Zordi, but the B side is completely open for business. Of course, Omazer down to 19. Bomb will go down as well. And the retake is on ForZe. They managed to outplay EXTREMUM in this scenario, but the B-Rap was completely denied, and EXTREMUM, they realized what they were doing here. They're more than happy to play the man advantage retake, especially when Omazer is so heavily tagged. XP power needs to make the difference with the AWP, and for Omazer, this bomb side is such a bad place to be. He's just completely blind. Gets mollied off. XP power though, still alive. Gets the first! Not quite the second as EXTREMUM. They're gonna make it 15. And just like that, they managed to make it work. It was messy. In the end though, all will come to Gratisfaction and Lias. They need to step up. Rad with the AWP, goes for the first, misses the shot. Lias now from pit, needs to be impactful, goes for the peak, takes down the first, has a flash. Gratisfaction with 1, but the refrags, they're on point. Lias though, he's still alive in pit, gets himself a second, but 1 for 1 is everything that happens towards that A bomb side as Jacob and Bented, they're yet to go for another retake. A typical crossfire from the side of ForZe, and EXTREMUM not having a smoke to obscure the vision of of the player in pit or the player inside might come to haunt them as Split. He's gonna go for the first Jacob to take him down. Jacob goes for the second fight, and somehow the round goes in favor of EXTREMUM. Jacob, being an absolute monster here, goes for the 1 versus 2 clutch, manages to isolate both players into 1v1s, and EXTREMUM, in the end, ladies and gentlemen, the other one is gonna be on the decider of Dust 2. The pistol round already beginning, because Bented, he's gonna find the first, falls back towards CT, does the standard push towards CT, but oh, Gratisfaction, this is so smart, gets out the first, goes for the second, and Gratisfaction and Lias just canceling and denying the entire push from the side of ForZe. Pistol round going in favor of EXTREMUM, but of course, nonetheless, we saw EXTREMUM, they're really good. Grad needs to be careful. Now he considers it. Exit Power takes the initial fight onto Jacob. Gratisfaction going for the fight towards Connector, gets the kill, ready for the repeat. 4 versus 4, but they're not aware of the fact that there's a second player towards ramp and Bented. If he drops the bomb, that could be the entire round just falling apart, and Bented, indeed he will. Now 35 seconds, they need to retrieve the bomb, and Bented, he might have just won the round for his team. Doesn't have any utility to slow them down, but still, it is going to be extremely tough for them to retrieve that bomb. 25 seconds on the clock, and Zorti is going to take the initial fight, Azure, but he will fall to Exit Power, and just like that, they have on the side of EXTREMUM, Bented, again aggressive towards ramp. We've seen he's so proactive towards that part of the map, and that's only because of the fact that EXTREMUM, they decide to leave middle in the beginning and just concentrate and try and trade that map control. Jacob hiding behind Ticket. Is he gonna get checked? Yes, he does. Same goes for Bented. Both falling. As Lias, he's gonna fire back with 1. Now the 3 versus 3. Still all of the rifles are in play for the side of EXTREMUM. And they have the back wrap from T-Spawn. Azure here though needs to win the fight against Omazer. And oh, the timing. Omazer, is he gonna be ready? Oh my goodness, that was so sad for Azure. Flit, he's gonna take down Gratisfaction. Does the same to Lias. Oh, that's heartbreaking if you're Gratisfaction. They're ready for some action as well. EXTREMUM down 2-3. Trying to be aggressive towards middle. Azure, he will take the initial fight up to Sorty. And Jacob, he will double up on that. Jerry goes down. Now the 3 versus 5. As ForZe, they have nothing to work with. They need to win this round, only using their headshot abilities. And so far, Omazer, he's doing exactly that. But in the meantime, his teammate will fall as well. So now we're on to the 2 versus 4. Omazer going for the peak. Azure will take him down, and now Exit Power in the 1 versus 3. He's been absolutely clinical with the AWP, but Gratisfaction is gonna take the better of him. As Flit, he's gonna take down Azure. 2-man advantage now in favor of the T's, and Jerry gonna take the head of Gratisfaction. 2 versus 5. Bented all alone takes down the first, but he's gonna get completely annihilated now by the players double peeking him. And EXTREMUM, well, they weren't in this round. From the moment that the Connector player fell, well, ForZe just timing the peaks perfectly, taking middle control, taking the initial fights. Do you go for the heavy mid battle right now? Do you go for the heavy mid presence? Gratisfaction being aggressive towards apartments. They know that they need something to work with here. EXTREMUM as Gratisfaction, he continues, misses the initial shot, lands the second though. It was messy, but in the end, gets the better of Cherry. Now Jacob, he's not gonna strike, as Flit and Exit Power are gonna shut both him and Bented down. And just like that, the round has collapsed for EXTREMUM. ForZe, they're so clinical and they're so good at putting pressure in the same time towards different areas of the map. Has been working great for them. Oh, and the timing for Flit. Please go for the knife. Go for it, please. He's searching for the second, but he didn't go for it. He's gonna find Lias as well, but at this point, Omazer now realizes this isn't the fight that he wants to get close range, but Jacob, he's just gonna push him forward and take him down. Exit Power to fight back onto Gratisfaction. Still though, Bented towards default. has an opening. Bented goes for the damage, gets the kill, and now this has become really dangerous for the side of ForZe. This is not how you want to let EXTREMUM start winning rounds yet again. They don't want to lose around only 2 pistols and a max 7. XZ Powers was the player towards short, but Lias is quick enough on the desert. Deago is Jerry. He's gonna find the first. Still, the AK and the Deago are in play. He needs to retrieve the bomb. 35 seconds to work with, as he's not sure on the whereabouts of both players. This possibility out of the equation. There's the flash, there's the peek. Jerry, is he gonna go for it? Yes, he does. Takes the first. Now he's gonna time second peek. But Jacob, he's baiting for it. He's not on the bomb. Jerry sees it, and now Jacob, he doesn't have time. Jerry goes for the fight and cements the 1 versus 2 clutch. It was messy, but in the end, it works. ForZe, they make it 7. But there's the flashes towards that B side, and Gratisfaction. Flit is gonna take him out, but Lias on the double denies the apartment's presence. Still though, 3 players towards middle from the side of ForZe, making their way up short. Lias needs to stay alive for as long as possible as Flit is on the rotation, and they will actually cancel the replay. They're going all the way towards connector. Oh, and Flit, he has this one wrapped as Bented. He's gonna fire back. Bented goes for a second, and now the 1 versus 3. Sortie, he has been so dangerous on Inferno. Can he do it again? By a fake, and now they will just play the retake. There should be no chance for Sortie, but just how much damage can he make playing around the smoke? EXTREMUM, they're waiting it patiently, and Azar is just gonna spam him through. That's gonna be a 4th round for the side of EXTREMUM. 4 players alive, and an AWP saved in the hands of Lias, who, and yet again, ForZe, they find themselves in a man advantage situation. 4 players are gonna split from connector, which means that they need to aggress, and Jacob, he denies the A-side play. This is huge. Somehow, still alive behind triple. And Jacob, he's gonna take down a second. That's not possible. Jacob goes for yet another, but are they ready for Bented? And they're not. Bented takes out the first, goes for the second, doesn't quite connect. And Lias, again, he needs to go for a double, but this time with the clutch. Doesn't spot the player going towards Tetris. Seemed to, oh, he did. It is spot Flit, but is he ready for the op? He is, and now he knows. He knows exactly where both players are. Deploys a smoke into the bomb, taps it, and he's just gonna go and push into Flit, but, well, this time though, ForZe, they're reacting really well as well. They just go for the entirely A-orientated push. Look at that, Cherry on the entry, Jacob to cancel. But this is just 1 in return. They need to find more. ForZe once again just counter playing so well. So far, every single duo has been going in favor of EXTREMUM. Gratisfaction misses the initial shot, and it will cost him. Is he gonna find a no XZ power? Turns around in just the right way. They know where he is though. They need to find a second player. XZ Power just playing for time at this point. Peeks for it. Almazer to support, and ForZe, they make it 9. And actually, they decide to go back towards that A side, but the AWP, the push, Gratisfaction, it might be just perfect. Are they gonna be ready for it? They should be aware of the possibility, but he's gonna hear the steps now. Oh, and he is ready. He is ready to take the fight. Gratisfaction misses the shot. That might come to haunt him. Falling back now towards side, but Jerry, he's so close already. He's just gonna drop Gratisfaction. What is that? Goes for the second. And just like that, this is the opener that EXTREMUM want to have. This is the man that needs to step up. A huge play from Gratisfaction to win their 5th. And as the technical timeout goes off, they're gonna deploy the jungle and stair smoke. Just a standard pistol around here. They're gonna try and push into CT. Lias with the first. Jerry and Flit to fire back though, and Flit is still alive towards CT. Finds a quick double now. 2 versus 3. They need to get rid of Flit, but he is staying here for a long time. Flit with the 4K on the pistol, and this is just perfect for ForZe. Available for Graden. They're going for the fast A split. Running through the smoke, pushing towards jungle. 2 players from ramp, but Flit, he is ready for it. Azar with 1 in return, but Flit, he continues onto the 3K. 7 kills in the last 2 rounds for Flit, as single-handedly he just shuts down the entire push from Extremum. Still though, Gratisfaction and Azur, they might do some damage. Gratisfaction taking down Jerry, and now this is a dangerous round. Oh, and he even manages to cross towards side. Some additional damage inflicted. Azur manages to find himself an M4. Still around that. Extremum could easily win. Almazer, he's gonna deny Grad, but still 1 minute on the clock. Azur in the 1 versus 1. And Almazer, he's gonna win it. 12 for the side of ForZe. Extremum. Jacob, he needs to be careful here. Azur, he's gonna fall. Same goes for Lias. They're just getting completely shut down. Jacob finally is gonna find one, but to what avail? Bentedo strikes down Exi Power in the meantime, and they might have a chance in this one. Almazer, as we say that with the M4 from Jungle, is gonna take down the first Jacob. Good enough for the trade. Jerry is there to cover him up. 1 for once, going left, right, and center, and now we're only left in the clutch scenario. Bented and Zorti, the last player standing in the server, is gonna be Bented, aware of the angle. Well, he's not gonna be. Zorti takes him down. Half by coming in through. Pistols, Mac 10 for Jacob. They're gonna try the fast rush towards Connector and the split towards A. But Exi Power, he is sharp with the op. Lands the first. There's the kill from Flit. And ForZe, just like that, they shut down the round from the T's. Zorti, he is aware of the possibility of having a player in the smoke. As Flit and Jerry, they're gonna finish things off. 15-5. Ladies and gents, ForZe, well, Jerry here, just jumping around, not getting punished as Bented. He's gonna finally take him down. Flit, not finding anything. Azur is ready for him, and Almazer and Zorti, as I say that, make that only Almazer the last man standing. But realistically, they will need 9 more rounds just to force overtime. Not even to win, just to force overtime. The T's slowing things down, waiting for an opening, but ForZe, they have no reason to give them openings. They in fact have the setup towards middle, and Flit, well, this smoke towards window just makes him peek, takes down Jacob, caught with a grenade in his hand, and this might just be the beginning of the end, the final nail in the coffin for the T's. As by the looks of it, ForZe, they have read this situation completely perfectly, and well, as Lias will take down Almazer, Zorti is there to fire back. Now the 2 versus 4, and the full rotations have come through. Zorti, he'll continue. Gratisfaction, the 1 man left, nothing that he could do. ForZe, they take this one by storm. 16-6, ladies and gentlemen, as we're gonna be moving on to map number 3, which of course is gonna be Dust 2. But as we said, they might have managed to outplay themselves a bit with the veto. We're yet to see though. The long play comes in through Lias. He's gonna take the initial kill. Jacob with 1 more as he overcommits, and Lias continues with the USP, takes down 1 more. Somehow he's still alive as the support of Azur, as Lias finally, he will fall. And of course Azur will retreat towards. And ForZe, they've played this one perfectly. If they manage to catch Gratisfaction by surprise, it's gonna be a perfect one, but Azur, he is there, both crossing. Gratisfaction with all to do, gets the first, gets the second. The fast 1-2 by Gratisfaction to finish things off. But this just worked out perfectly for the side of ForZe. Now the execute will come in. Extremum, they have no idea. They're completely out of position, and Gratisfaction goes down to Flit. Bentet needs to be really careful. Same goes for Azur. He will take down the first. Makes his way towards Ram. Azur continues, but Zorti, he's gonna shut him down with the scout. Now the 3 versus 3, but so much damage has been inflicted. Kills going left, right, and center. All 3 players though low on HP. And in the end, Almazer, he's not gonna connect the second bullet with the Desert Eagle. Round goes in favor of Extremum, but Jerry here will find the opening onto Lias. Azur, He's quick enough on the rotation, finds the first, he's gonna commit. Azur fully flashed by Flit. He's gonna go down Jacob now. He's left entirely this B side. He wants to cancel the mid play, but to what avail? Now they realize it. At this point, Flit, he doesn't have to take the fight. Benton though will catch him off guard from behind, and the retake is on. 3 versus 3, we know the retake on B could be extremely tricky, even if you have a man advantage. And in this scenario, they don't have this one. 2, 5 flashes, 1 molly, which could make it a bit easier. Now Bentet starting to storm his way into the B bomb side. Zorti, he's gonna take him down. Zorti with the second, Zorti with the third. And just like that, Force. Jerry makes his way out of tunnels, but that could backfire. There's 3 players towards that B bomb side in the max 7. It is deadly, and Jacob, he just shuts him down as Zorti. He will take down his own teammate Jerry in the process. Now the 2 versus 4. And only the scout in the hands of XC Power. Jacob through the smoke is gonna shut him down. Now it's only left to Omazer, who's not even gonna connect the initial shots onto Bentet. And Force, they want to get up close. They want to go fast out long, but Lias is there to shut down. Omazer on the refracto, Bentet with 1. Jacob still alive towards Bidden. Kills going left, right, and center in the end. Of course, all in favor of Force as they're with a man up. Gratisfaction though still has his AWP. He's gonna get boosted on side. He needs to go for the duel, and he needs to win it as well. That's such a risky play from Gratisfaction, and in the end, it will cost him, as Azur now is left in a 1 versus 3. Goes for the fight. Mazer through the smoke will shut him down, and Force, just like that, they make it 2, and they put Extremum in a pretty tough scenario. Bomb does go down. All 3 players are gonna retake from short. They have the defuse kit, they have the smoke and the molly. There is it, Zorti. He's gonna be the first player to make contact, but as I say that, Bentet gonna get rid of Omazer. There's the repeat Cherry, doing so much damage. Zorti there on the crossfire, and now Lias left in the 1 versus 2 as Zorti. He's got his number written down. They have 2 players there, and Azur now rotates, but is he ready for it? Azur now is gonna code information to his teammates, but the B split is already on. Jacob goes for the first, somehow Lias gets the second, but Flit is clinical on the refracts. Azur is close enough, but he can't do anything from this position. 3 versus 3 now is on, and for Extremum, this is gonna be a pretty tough retake. As both teams have pretty much the same setup. There's the flash though from the CT. Zorti, he's ready for it though. Mazer is all Bentet. Finally, trade 1 out, but in the meantime, Lias will fall, and just like that, man advantage goes in the way of Force. Jacob, if he manages to make this one work only with a max 7, that's gonna be heroics. Pause the player, window. Also aware, Bentet, he's gonna support Jacob. Now the 2 versus 2, and the max 7, he needs to wait. Bentet though, he casts the cross, goes for the fight, takes down the first, peeks into the second. Zorti missing the initial shot. Still though, Jacob, he can't even peek if he wants to. He needs to wait for Zorti to get up close. Zorti doesn't seem to be aware. Bentet just jumping through the smoke with a headshot, and Extremum. Oh, this is just the patience game, just the timing. Bentet should know. Away. Still though, he is ready. The timing is perfect, and Bentet, he manages to win the fight. Now the 3 versus 2 is on. He wins the patience game. There's the aggression from XC Power. Fully flashed. XC Power takes down the first. Lias though to fire back. Lias with a second. And the round will go in favor of Extremum. It is a messy retake, but in the end, it does work. Defuse will come in through. That's how things have been going so far, but Extremum, they managed to break it. They win their 4th. And it's about time for Force to shut him down if they want to make this one competitive. Lias, he's gonna fall. And now Jacob, he's on his own towards B. Goes for the first fight, connects the bullets, but doesn't get the kill. And now he is in for a hard time. Jacob needs to go huge. Azur is gonna get completely denied from CT's Gratisfaction. Will find one. Jacob though, still towards side. Finds himself the first. Jacob goes for the second. And Bentet with the double with Gratisfaction. There's the execute, there's the HE though, and it will do a lot of damage. Jacob caught off guard. Now Lias, the only man towards that B side, gets the double. Not quite a triple though. As Jerry gonna shut him down out of 2 versus 3. Mazer still alive towards short. He might have himself a free kill here. It will obscure the vision for X Power. They'll have 1 versus 1 towards window, but in the end, every single duo going in the way of ForZe, and they will make it 6 on the board. Now the 4 versus 5 as they make their way towards short, where Mazer, they have the setup, but there's 5 players on the other side. Mazer finds the first. Now they need to wait for them to peek into their crosshairs, but Gratisfaction does exactly that, and Flit is all alone towards that A bomb side. That's a nice way to start things off. Gets the first one tap, and there's the fast flank. Flit somehow, with Jerry, managed to shut him down, and the flank from Jerry was pivotal, but Flit, there isn't one greater than our sponsors at Gamdom, our partners, with plenty of different games like slots, like Crash, to keep you entertained. There's so much to offer. Of course, if you prefer watching the action, Gamdom also offer match betting to earn cash on your favorite teams. For example, now, if you have something put on EXTREMUM and ForZe, well, you might be in for a pretty interesting game. But as I say that, EXTREMUM, they're doing so much damage. In the end, ForZe, they're gonna shut him down, but it is no problems. 1 minute on the clock, as every single ForZe player is actually towards CT right at this time. And Flit, he's gonna push behind Lias, but he might get surprised. There's the flash though, Flit, it is perfect! Gets a quick double. Still, the AWP is there. Exit Power shutting down Jacob, and Bentet now left in the 1 versus 3. ForZe being completely phenomenal. Such a well-read situation, such a beautiful counterplay from the Russian squad, and Bentet, if he wants to prove that he's been called the Indonesian symbol for a reason, he needs to do it now, but he will get denied. But they're gonna run through the smokes, and Exit Power, he's gonna get caught completely out of position, fully blind, but Flit is gonna find a quick double. Azur though goes through the smoke, does some additional damage as well to Exit Power, and Gratisfaction, he's gonna take him down. He needs to get the bomb plant though. They're gonna try and time it well, and Mazer, white peaks, Gratisfaction, well, falls asleep there with his crosshair, and this round is gonna go in favor of ForZe, but what could he do with this AWP? Flit has the headshot angle. That's an extremely hard shot to hit. Gratisfaction is gonna make his way out, but Exit Power gets the timing correctly. That should be just devastating for the side of EXTREMUM. Jacob now the 1 man left. Exit Power is gonna take him down as well. ForZe, as they try to go for the B-split, Sorty though, he's still alive towards the back of the side, but there's still one more player here. Jerry, they have this one read completely correctly, the side of ForZe. 3 players towards that B side. This is just a complete denial of the push from EXTREMUM. ForZe, they make it 14 by ForZe. There is no second chance. That's it. If they lose this, they're out. Azur, he's gonna take down Flit, but to what avail? A lot of damage has been inflicted from the CTs. Now the 4 versus 3 as they make their way towards short. By the looks of it, he's not aware that there's a player out towards short. Azur, he might catch him by surprise, playing the headshot angle, considering he's only 4 HP, but Exit Power still alive towards ramp somehow, and there's the back ramp. Mazer, he has this one wrapped for ages, but Azur, what is he doing now though? Gratisfaction left in the 1 versus 2 and the scout finds himself the first, picks up the AWP, goes for the flick, doesn't land it, and Sorty is gonna deny him. Surely they flash him off. There's the molly, there's the peek, and Sorty, he connects. Sorty goes for the repeat once again, makes himself the ultimate threat for EXTREMUM in this round. Now the 2 versus 3 is on as Bentet finally is gonna get rid of the Oper. Bentet finds one more. And EXTREMUM, they're ready to fight. They're not giving up just yet. Power though, he's been absolutely deadly with the Oper. He has a gap in the smoke, doesn't land the flick. Versus 2, Jacob though. Left 12 HP, goes for the fight towards short. He's gonna fall short to Flit. Bentet needs to go for the clutch. 1 versus 2, taps the bomb. Is he ready for the round player though to be so close? Doesn't, but there's a missed shot. Power in the end though. He's gonna take him down. It just like that, ladies and gentlemen.